be working on this loader. These sprockets are bad, or not the sprockets, the rollers. So I'm gonna have to jack this thing up, see which ones are getting bad on it, and we're gonna have to take them off and replace them.
That boat is wore out, son.
I think it's this. This one here is shot. I know. I believe it was this side.
What about the other side?
I don't know yet. It's one of them. The sides, that one there is shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the
What
sides.
about that one in the front?
The one of the sides, the front one is shot.
Well,
I think.
we have to order them from New Holland.
Yep. Let me explain what I'm doing. The undercarriage on this thing has had a few things wrong with it for a while, but we want to get everything squared away before we start hay this upcoming spring. And the other day, one of these rollers finally just give up, so we've got to get this thing fixed and going. Right now, I'm inspecting to see what I've got to have to fix this thing. I know one of these rollers on this back under the drive motor is bad. I think on the other side, the front one is bad. I don't know about these individuals. The last time I checked them, they all felt good. But I'm gonna go over everything, check it, and we're gonna order the parts for this thing. I've also got I think I've got another hydraulic leak besides the tank on this thing that's leaking. But we've also started our fertilizer process, but I'll talk about that while I'm working. I can't get done talking, so let's get it. This one here is the one that's shot. I don't know if y'all can see that in the video, but it's rocking back and forth. The bearings are gone on this thing. I've never replaced any of these, but from what I understand, you have to replace the whole roller. There's really nothing looks like wrong with the roller if I just had the bearings to go in it. So and I don't know, I ain't never worked on none of these before. Maybe y'all have, y'all can let me know, but I'm gonna ask them when I call them at New Holland if I can just get a bearing kit to go in it, because I mean there ain't no point in replacing the thing, whole thing. These little individual rollers, check them, make sure they're tight. Somebody asked me the other day, I may have answered them back by now in a comment for that, and here's your answer. Somebody asked me the other day if how I like this machine so far. I like the machine. I love the machine as far as itself. This one here was abused pretty good when we got it, and we've done a lot of work to it to get it back in the shape it's in. It's in pretty good shape, but we've got a few more things to get it fully straightened out. And we bought this thing out of an auction. That's part of buying stuff out of an auction. You can get it for a real good deal, but chances are you're gonna have to do quite a bit of work to it to get it straightened out. And when we finally get all the bugs done on this thing, I think it'll be a pretty good machine. I love everything about this loader. The power, the strength, the tracks, everything. The boom, how it lifts up level, and it's not like the case is and the pivot points in the back. These newer style booms that lift perfectly level as they come up, and it doesn't stretch out, or you don't lose any distance as they go up in the front. I really like that style loader. But I love this machine. The only complaints I have with it is the cab on it is really the only complaint I have. It's not insulated real well to keep the noise out. It's very loud in that cab, which they're all kind of real loud in them, so it's hard to really put that on just this machine. But the newer ones have gotten, the cabs on the newer loaders nowadays are a lot nicer and better than these older cabs were. This is a 2007 model, I believe. So it's a little bit, the cab phase was just really starting to get popular when this loader cab come out. This was really the first generation of cabs, and it's loud in there. That's the only thing I really don't like about it. The sprockets are in good shape on this machine. These here you have to replace a lot of times. They're in good shape. The rollers all seem to be in good shape. This side cylinder for the track tension has got to be repacked. It constantly loosens up. I mean, y'all can see I hadn't loosened these or nothing. You can run it for a day and it'll look like that. It's got to be rebuilt. This grease comes out of it and don't hold. And it won't hold tight like this one. It's supposed to be straight like this. I checked that one the other day and it seemed alright. We'll jack it up and see for sure how this side is. One thing that I did not show on camera the other day that this happened to this loader is the fuel pump went out. The actual, not the injection pump, but the actual fuel pump. It had a cam, I think this one's cam driven, pump on it, or I think it's diaphragm pump is the actual name for them. It was no good. I cannot stand those style pumps that bolt on the side of the motor like that. I like electric pumps, so we put an electric pump back on this thing. A lot of reasons for that. Those style pumps like was on it that just bolt on the side of the block, those things go bad all the time. They're a pain in the rear end. The electric pumps, they seem to hold up pretty good. we generally switch them over if those go out to electric pumps like they have at the parts stores. If they do go out, you unbolt it, stick another new one on right quick, same as the other ones, and at least then you get the advantage of when you change fuel filters, it'll pump the fuel into the filter and whatnot, and it's easier to change the fuel filters so you don't have to bleed them and everything when you go through that whole process. If you're wondering, why wouldn't you just take the track off, take it apart, and then you'll know exactly what's wrong with it when you when you order steal y'all's light. When you order your parts, well, the reason why I'm not taking this thing apart, that's great, taking this thing apart fully right now is because the only thing we can get our hay in and out of the chicken houses with to feed our cows, which I do have other hay sitting around in case that happens, but I always like to keep something around to get in and out, is these skid steers. And without them, we can't get in and out of those houses to handle the hay. So I always like to keep one as a backup around, or one to where I can use it. Another thing too is we've already started our fertilizer process and getting ready for this upcoming spring. I've been doing stuff with that. We are going to be using commercial again, but we're also the plan I've had us on for a while that I've been trying to get our soil conditions better and right has been paying off. It's been working. We had really good results last year. We're going to continue to do that this year, but there is going to be some changes. We're going to do a few things different this upcoming year. We're going to be I'm looking at this too. We're going to be doing a few things different this upcoming year. We're going to be trying something new or a little bit different than what we've been doing. Maybe to help save some money. I'm not going to be showing that on camera. My competition watches this all the time. And I like to keep some things to myself that I'm doing. I put it all on here. So the fertilizer, as far as what I'm doing, is going to be top secret. I got to keep my competition on their heels some. But it looks like this solenoid right here that the foot pedal goes through into this valve is leaking. Here, so y'all can see a little better. It looks like this is where all the oil's coming from. Under this thing is from there, out of that one. Let me stick this light up here so that way we can see something together. There we go. I can see what y'all are seeing. It looks like it's coming out of this one because there's a. I hope y'all can see it. I don't think it's showing up on the camera. Try to get down there. Not really. There's a little puddle underneath this one, and it's running across that way. It's hard to get any light down in here. I know it's frustrating for y'all. But that one that's got the green top, I think that's the one that's leaking. I'm gonna have to get a new one of them to go on it. That little solenoid is what it looks like it is. Or it's got a solenoid wire plugs in on top of it, or safety sensor or something. And it looks like that little cylinder or valve is what's leaking. I think that's where the oil's coming from. Yeah, it's coming right out of the bottom of that thing. This in here is dry. You see, I don't know if y'all can see my finger or not. See it? That finger's dry. Let me write this finger. The end's wet. This other one is dry, so it's coming out from around this little valve that goes through there. That's where it's leaking at. So I'm gonna have to fix that because I've noticed underneath my foot over here, I've been getting a little bit of hydraulic puddle over there, and that's where it's running from. It's coming out of that, so I'm gonna have to pull that off after I get one here and order it. And that one is different too. It's different than this one, which is gonna make it fun ordering this stuff. You think all three of these would be exactly the same, that because they all do the exact same thing, but no, they're all different. I got down here. Now pull this plate off underneath this loader in here, and I found there's a T. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Right there. Right there where that hose clamp is. I hope y'all can see that. That has this little pipe right here that goes into it, and then it goes up in there into that tank. I think that it's leaking right there, and it's not the tank. I hope it's that way. So I'm gonna grab. Let me turn y'all around here. Put y'all up. Put this line down there. This is a mess. It is what it is. It is what it is. Did I get grease on it? Yep. It is what it is. So I'm hoping it's not that tank. And I'm hoping it's. Oh man. What a dirt in my ear. That's always great. I'm hoping it's this hose clamp that's just loose, and I can just tighten this thing up. This is the hose I'm hoping it's just a hose clamp that's loose, and I can just tighten it up. This is the hose I replaced here. You can't see this T, rubber T, down from up there. You can't, because there's a valve body sitting right up here, and when you look down in there, it shields it, and you can't see that this is even here. It's either this clamp's loose or there's a hole rubbed in it, and I hope there's not a hole rubbed in it, because that thing is, or it's going to be fun to have to change. Let's tighten this thing up. Dad was telling me earlier that one of the states, he says Colorado, or maybe it's Montana. One of the states, anyway, he's seen on the news, was trying to adopt their own cool bill, which is country of origin, for cattle. It's pork, I think. I know it's going to have cattle. I don't know if it's going to be pork too, but they're trying to adopt their own bill of their own for their state, rather than going through the government to do it instead, which is great news, because that's the first domino, hopefully, because if enough states do that, it'll force the hand of the government to have to do something too. So, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.